Indian Institute of Technology Tirupati is located at the ancient town of Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh, a southern state in India known for its unique culture, especially handicrafts, dance, and music. The IIT Tirupati is one of the 6 youngest IITs which began their operations in 2015. These are commonly known as the third generation or 3G IITs. At present, there are 23 IITs. IIT Tirupati is one of the youngest and most modern of them all. Tirupati is surrounded by 7 hills, and our permanent campus, sprawling over 550 acres of land, is located in the picturesque backdrop along the Sheshachalam hills. It is about 20 kilometers away from Tirupati town and very well connected to the rest of the country by road, rail, and air. Collaborative research is one of the cornerstones of successful research undertakings. Being in the town of Tirupati offers our institute a geographical and strategic advantage. Our immediate neighboring institutes include the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, or IISER as they are called, the National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, NARL, and the Indian Institute of Information Technology, commonly known as IIIT at Sri City. Within a span of just 4 years, the first phase of our campus, called the Transit Campus, got fully operational. The Transit Campus is well equipped to house about 800 students, an industry-sized workshop, spaciously designed laboratories for various engineering disciplines, having state-of-the-art equipment.
IIT Tirupati, third generation IIT, started functioning in 2015 from a temporary campus on the Tirupati-Renigunda road. The state government of Andhra Pradesh has allotted a 548-acre site for construction of the main campus. The government of India has approved a DPR for creating a campus to accommodate 2,500 students, 250 faculty members, about 300 staff members, and the associated physical facilities including laboratories, administrative buildings, housing. The construction of the permanent campus commenced in 2016, and the first stage campus to accommodate about 800 students and setting up of laboratory buildings, classroom buildings was completed and inaugurated by our Honorable HRD Minister Sri Ramesh Pokhriyalji in 2019. The next stage construction is in progress, and all the construction is expected to complete it by 2024.
The classrooms are equipped with high-tech projection and recording equipment for live streaming used as and when required. The rapid development of the infrastructure laid out at our transit campus stands out as an exceptional record of growth of a young technology institute. Students and also faculty and staff at our institute come from diverse cultural background. Among all the IITs, we have the highest percentage of female students enrollment in the BTech program every year. About 100 faculty members who teach at our institute are extremely qualified. They bring in rich experience and expertise from some of the best institutions and universities the world over.
We currently have over 90 faculty members in the institute and have been expanding our academic programs. On the research front, we have made rapid progress. We have over 120 PhD students enrolled already, and our faculty members have received over 60 sponsored research grants.
Young and dynamic faculty members at IIT Tirupati have already published research papers in more than 250 journals in the last 2 years and have published also a few full-fledged books. IIT Tirupati's collaborations with several prominent organizations are leading increasingly to sustainable development and engagements in national programs like Skill India and Make in India. Renowned organizations such as CMTI, DRDO, ARCI, NRB, Texas A&M University, University of Western Ontario, NHAI, National Grid, and so on.
We have identified a few thrust areas which have high societal impact and are also at the cutting edge of research. These include smart infrastructure and cyber physical systems, food processing and precision agriculture, energy, manufacturing and materials, atomic, molecular and optical technologies.
At our institute, classroom and laboratory teaching is sturdily augmented by students' visits to industry workshops, construction sites, etc. for on-site training in order to speed them up into current practices in engineering and technology. Also, we have conducted a good number of conferences, seminars, workshops, and have hosted several colloquia and invited talks by distinguished scholars on a wide variety of topics. In order to promote an overall growth of our students to develop a sound mind and healthy physique, we have set up facilities supervised by professionals for a number of co-curricular activities. These include several fun events which make campus life exciting and memorable. Celebrations held jointly by students, staff and faculty during the Institute Day, Republic Day, Independence Day, Yoga Day, etc. are marked with excellent display of talent and creativity by our students. Electrifying performances by some of India's most gifted artists, musicians, classical dancers who excel in performing arts are often held in the institute. Some of these are held under the auspices of the SPICMACAE. Our technocultural annual festival, Tirutsava, provides a vibrant and challenging platform to our students to build their organizational skills, co-curricular talents, and also art forms and creativity in various dimensions. Tirutsava entwines technology and culture, and the festival sees a medley of events ranging from verticals in cultural arts to those in engineering and technology. In addition, our students participate in inter-IIT sports and inter-IIT technical meets. Our social welfare and outreach efforts include students rendering services under the National Service Scheme, commonly referred to as NSS. Reaching out to rural population is a central activity under the NSS program of our institute. We have adopted 5 villages to improve their quality of life. Daily engagements of our students are never restricted to mere curriculum activities. As the world is caught unprepared by the present pandemic, the faculty of our institute swiftly rose to the challenge. We developed face masks, shields, sterilizing units, and also software prediction models. The N95 face mask and shield developed by our faculty is already being used by frontline operators. The prototype is being technology transferred to Amar Raja Batteries Limited, and FIPSOL is startup industry from the IIT Madras Research Park. The first convocation of our institute was held on 13th August last year.
It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the first convocation of the Indian Institute of Technology Tirupati. It is our privilege to have Sri Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank ji, our Honorable Minister for Human Resource Development, to address our graduating students today.
106 students received their BTech degree and 1 student received the MS degree. The convocation address was delivered by Sri Ramesh Pokhriyal ji, Honorable Minister for Human Resource Development.
मैं क्योंकि आप ही के परिवार का हूँ इसलिए मैं आपको शुभकामना देने के लिए आया हूँ। बद्रीनाथ से आया हूँ और तिरुपति बाला तक आया हूँ और इसलिए गंगा की और बद्रीनाथ की भी शुभकामनाएं आपको देने के लिए आया हूँ। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पीछे के दिनों में कहा था कि हमारे जो IIT हैं वो हमारी शक्ति के पुंज हैं। इस जो पहला दीक्षांत समारोह हो रहा है ये आज एक नया इतिहास यहाँ पर गढ़ा जा रहा है। मैं बहुत सारी शुभकामना देना चाहता हूँ। छात्रों, आप अपनी भविष्य भी हैं, अपने परिवार का भी हैं, मेरे देश का भी हैं, और देश का नहीं पूरे विश्व का भी हैं, क्योंकि विश्व को भी दिशा देने का काम वो भारत ने किया था।
My name is Nakshatra Gupta. I am in second year and I am in CS. I am from Rajasthan. Academic experience is very good, so we don't have any problem with that. And our classes also are shifted to this campus only now, so it's good.
Academics is good over here. Like teachers are giving their 100% right now over here. Like there are less number of faculties, but they have taken a lot of responsibility and they are doing well. Like they are giving it the best, and we are also giving the best.
Eco-concern is a matter of priority at our institute. IIT Tirupati has received the prestigious Griha Council Exemplary Performance Award. Also, it won the first prize in Hudco Design Awards for Sustainable Technologies.
Buildings are very well organized compared to how a student wants it to be.
It's like latest things are used over here. Like remote control fans, we usually don't have these types of facilities. So it's good. Like, and they have even provided us like a lamp in a study table also. So we don't need to buy anything. This is the first one who is going to have a temporary campus, and like our director is doing a great job over here.
We have been here for 3 years, and our director has done a tremendous achievement to build these hostels at such a small time. It's very eco-friendly, and some GFRG construction is there also, and solar panels also are there, so water heating is also continuously going, and so much new innovations are in this.
Fast-track, sustainable, eco-friendly construction technologies have been adopted to build our campus. These include use of prefabricated GFRG panels, that is, panels made from glass fiber reinforced gypsum for hostels and apartment buildings, pre-engineered building structures for laboratories, dining facility, and indoor stadium, and polished concrete floorings in the laboratories. Energy efficient technologies used include rooftop grid interactive 210 kilowatts solar power plant, 48 volts DC fittings in the hostels, solar water heaters, and high volume low speed, that is HVLS fans. These installations cause minimal damage to the environment and achieve higher sustainability.
We have done a master plan for setting up a campus to cater to 12,000 students, which we plan to get to in a few decades.
The first generation IITs have been around for over 6 decades. Their learning is available to us. Building a new IIT from ground up, supported by a dynamic faculty who have acquired excellence in frontier areas of science and technology, has given us an inimitable opportunity to rapidly surge into modernity as a premier institute. Our students, staff, and faculty have ardently teamed up to dedicate ourselves to push the edges of knowledge, techniques, and methods and realize MHRD's vision in the service of the nation.
I will use this opportunity to talk about IIT Tirupati. As all of you know, it's a new IIT. So you may be wondering how much we have progressed and where we are going. So I'll make a presentation about our progress and what are the possible opportunities for young faculty members to join IIT Tirupati. So I'll share my screen and make the presentation. Okay. So what we see on the screen here is on the right side is the campus that has been already built. Actually, the picture there is almost a few months old. We made much more progress after that. And just to give you a little bit perspective, as most of you must be aware, We are the third generation IIT. We had the first generation IITs from IIT Kharagpur to University of Roorkee when it became IIT Roorkee. We consider them as the first generation IITs. And then in 2008, we had the second generation IITs that started. And in 2015 and 16, another 6 IITs started at Madras, at Tirupati, Palakkad, Goa, Dharwad, Bhilai, and Jammu. So the 2 IITs at Tirupati and Palakkad have been mentored by IIT Madras. So I'm also from IIT Madras. I had come here in 2015 as the representative of the Mentor Institute, professor in charge to start the IIT, and then subsequently became the director in 2017 January. So there's been continuity on how we've been developing this institute. So we had the foundation stone program laying in March 2015. Among the new third generation IITs, it was the first foundation stone program to be held. It was a massive event where we had the then Union Minister, Srimati Smriti Irani came and laid the foundation stone in the presence of then Union Minister and current Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Garu, and the then Chief Minister and his cabinet representatives and so on. And it was a joint foundation stone program for IIT Tirupati, IISF Tirupati, and IIIT Sri City. So we have all the 3 of us had this same foundation stone program on the same day. In 2015, we started off with our BTech programs in 4 streams in civil engineering, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering. And subsequently, in 2018, we started the BTech program in chemical engineering. I'm sorry, in 2019. We started our research programs in 2017 with the MS and PhD programs. And in 2017, also the detailed project report for setting up of this 6 new IITs was approved by the cabinet. Till then, we were running on an initial grant the government had given us. In 2018, we started our MTech programs in mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. And in 2019, we started the civil engineering program, MTech programs. We are looking at the completion of our first stage project. Actually, we have already built a part of the campus and moved in and started operations from there in 2018 itself. And I will discuss how our campus is growing. And by 2024, we hope to complete a full campus in all respects, which will cater to 250 faculty members and about 2,500 students and the associated staff. Currently we have in engineering, we have 5 departments, including chemical, civil, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering. Actually, our civil engineering department is called civil and environmental engineering. And we also have the 3 sciences, mathematics, physics, and chemistry, and the humanities and social sciences program. The full-fledged departments with PhD programs in all the 9 departments. And MTech programs in 4 of the departments. Chemical engineering will probably start next year. MSc programs in mathematics and statistics, physics and chemistry. Last year in 2019, we started the MSc program in mathematics and statistics. And this year we are looking for, we have started the MSc programs in chemistry and physics. In the immediate future, we plan to start a materials science and engineering department, and also we want to start a school of design. So this will be probably a couple of years down the line when we start these programs. We have identified a few thrust areas in terms of interdisciplinary research, addressing also the national needs. So the first thrust area is in the area of smart infrastructure, where we bring in people and cyber-physical systems, where we bring in people with different backgrounds, whether it's civil engineering, communication, electrical systems, the computational e-governance related issues, and also the humanities side of setting up smart cities and smart infrastructure. And the second area, I will talk a little more about the cyber physical systems a little bit later on the technology innovation hub that we are setting up at IIT Tirupati under the cyber physical systems. The other area that we have identified is food technology and precision agriculture. We have found that among the 23 IITs, only IIT Kharagpur has a department of agriculture engineering and food technology. And given the state of Andhra Pradesh, which is a primarily driven economy is driven by agriculture, and if you take Tirupati and its surroundings, the district where Tirupati is Chittoor, processes about 25% of all the mango pulp manufactured in India. It happens in this particular district. So there's a lot of industry-related food processing in and around this area, and AP is one of the largest producers of rice, vegetables, fruits, aquaculture, and so on. And the new trends of bringing in a lot of the AI, precision agriculture technologies, all those things we felt we should focus on. And there's a new emphasis today in a lot of the applications in the area of agriculture. So we want to be a major player in that area. And in fact, we have been hiring consciously one of the former directors of CFTRI, Central Food Technology Research Institute, is joining us to drive this initiative. Then the other area is energy. Now this is again where we have the science departments involved, engineering departments involved on alternate energy sources, talking about the grids, smart grids, energy storage. And right now we are in the process of setting up a center for energy in association with IISF Tirupati. The fourth area is materials and manufacturing. Once again, we are located as an institution in strategically close to Chennai, which is a major manufacturing hub of the country. One of the largest private industrial parks in the country, Sri City, is very close to us, which is about 60-70 kilometers from our campus. And the triangle between Chennai, Nellore, Tirupati is being seen as a huge manufacturing hub. And Tirupati has been identified for the electronic manufacturing as an electronic manufacturing hub by the state of Andhra Pradesh. The fifth area that has evolved as we have brought in our faculty members and the collaborations is the area of atomic, molecular, and optical sciences and technologies. And in fact, a few weeks back, we have inaugurated the Center for Atomic, Molecular, Optical Science and Technology jointly between IIT Tirupati and IISF Tirupati. We found that we have a critical mass of faculty members working in this area. And this was inaugurated, and there is a lot of people have starting to reach out to us on how they can collaborate with us, whether it's in quantum technologies, quantum computing, and then in the area of optical sciences and so on. Another area we have identified from the beginning is education technologies, as we have seen, and it's become in the current context of this pandemic, where we're teaching everything online. Our pedagogical methods are have to be calibrated to in the current context. This technology became very important. So we are, initially we were a little slow on taking of this, but now we are positioning ourselves to be a major player in the education technologies. Right now we have, including the batch of the BTechs will be joining, the admissions of the BTech first years has been delayed a bit. Including that, we will be about 1,050 students. So that's a pretty fast growth for an institution that's 5 years old to get to that. And we're almost at the level at which we had NVSAs in the DPR. So the current BTech batch that will be coming in is about 223 to 225 students. And our MTech programs and MSc programs are growing. Every year we're adding more programs. So we have about 178 MTech and MSc students. And then we have about 40 MS scholars and about 140, nearly 140 PhD students in our institute. And one of the things that we have been fortunate is from the beginning, we had about 17% female students. This is consistently, of course, now there's a conscious drive among the IITs to create extra supernumerary seats to increase the female strength. But from the beginning, IIT Tirupati, from the first batch onwards, has had more than 17% female students. As I told you, we've started the new MSc programs this year, and last year with the MSc program in maths and statistics. One of the things that we've been fortunate is to have 5 very senior faculty members mentoring us from the beginning. 3 of them from IIT Madras, 2 from IIT Kanpur, Professor Kishore and Professor Raghavendra from IIT Kanpur, and Professor C.P. Rao from IIT Bombay. So these senior faculty members have been, taking a lot of interest in how to develop the programs here, bringing their experience. Since we have a lot of young faculty members, this has been worked out very well for IIT Tirupati. So currently we have a sanction, initially the government sanctioned certain number of positions. We had 93 sanctioned positions and we have filled up all the 93. That's another big success story for IIT Tirupati. Already 87 are existing here and 6 more offers have been made and they'll be joining in the next couple of months. The location of IIT Tirupati, we're very fortunate to get this beautiful site, a 548-acre site on which we are setting up our campus. We are closer to Srikalahasti. The campus, the main railway junction in this area is Renugunda Railway Junction, and we are only about 14 kilometers from the Renugunda Railway Junction. The airport, Tirupati Airport, is just located about 12 kilometers from our campus, and it's an airport that is expanding. The plans are to make it an international airport. And the Tirupati town, so when our permanent campus, we move all our operations. As I told you already, the students are living there. The classes are happening in the permanent campus. So a lot of the focus is shifting to permanent campus. But initially we started off from a temporary campus. We hired a building from an engineering college on the Tirupati Renugunda Road, which is about 7 kilometers from Tirupati town, about 3 kilometers from the Renugunda Junction. And right now, many of the faculty members still sit in the temporary campus and the administration temporary campus, but the students are all in the permanent campus. So that way we're very well connected. Renugunda Junction has about 65 to 70 express trains. I'm talking in general. Today, because of the pandemic situation, there are a lot of trains have been cancelled, but we'll get back to normalcy. Before the pandemic situation, those I'm talking about, there were so many trains. This is the temporary campus building that we have set up. The mountain you see at the background is the Tirumala Hills mountain, where the temple is, famous temple is. And what we did is, in 2015, we hired this building, completely renovated it, and set up our undergraduate labs, classrooms, library. So all the pictures you see below is what we quickly modified, renovated this whole building and got it ready to get started off. So this is the plan of our 248-acre campus that we are building on. The campus is, there's a national highway that is going past our campus. And about 18 acres of land is on the other side of the national highway, and about 530 acres is to the west of the national highway. And to the west of the campus is a mountain range. So we have a beautiful mountain backdrop. So the plan is, in the 18 acres on the other side of the highway, we're going to create a research park. So we have set it up to create a research park. So it's a pretty reasonable size land to set up to give you a reference. The IIT Madras Research Park, which is probably the biggest research park, academic research park in the country, is on 12 acres. So we have set aside about 18 acres. We are putting an underpass to connect up the 2 campuses. So what we did is, as soon as the academic session started, we wanted to start creating infrastructure on campus. So we built what we call a transit campus, but transit campus is part of the permanent campus. And this is at the, if you see the left corner, bottom corner of the campus demarcation, that's where we built our transit campus. I will give you more details. The master plan we have prepared a master plan for the campus. In fact, the first thing we did as soon as we got the campus to do an ecology report on the campus. We hired an ecology company to come and map the whole campus, flora, fauna, because we border a national forest. So the back office is a national forest. And we got a master plan done for the long-term plan of 12,000 students. This may, to give you a reference, the IITs that started in 1950s and early 60s, they are at now about 10 to 12,000 students. So we hope to reach there in probably in 25, 30 years. What took them about 60 to 70 years. Of course, because based on the lessons we have learned on how the first generation, second generation IITs have been set up, I think we can go on a much faster trajectory. So what you see here is a plan that has been done for a 12,000 student campus. We have the academic zone, we have the student hostel zone, and then we have the residential zone. What we are building immediately, what you see in white color on the screen, what you see on the yellow color on the left bottom is what we have already built. What you see in yellow color is what we are building right now. This construction is under progress. We are building, I will explain to you what we're building. So the master plan is for 12,000 students. Phase 1 up to 2024, a full-fledged campus in all respect of 2,500 students. But by 2022, we would have a reasonably completed campus where all operations will be happening on the permanent campus, which will cater to at least 1,200 students and about 100 to 120 faculty members. So we are bringing in a lot of sustainable construction practices, a lot of smart, we're trying to build a smart campus. This is what we had already built and fully operational, as I told you, is we have 2 laboratory buildings, which are housing currently the laboratory electrical engineering and workshop. We have a classroom building. We have a dining facility, which caters to about daily 400 students at a time. And we have built now we have built the 6th hostel is also ready. This picture is the original concept that we had prepared. And an indoor stadium with shuttle courts and gym and an outdoor stadium along with tennis courts, volleyball courts, so the sports facilities. All these are fully functional in the permanent campus from 2018-19. And we've used a number of sustainable technologies in building this. We're sort of a showcase campus in sustainable technologies. So this is the campus that has been built and fully operational. But this picture is about more than about a year old. So we have new hostels that we have added. So these are some of the hostel buildings that we built. We have also generating solar power on the rooftop of our laboratory buildings. So we are able to accommodate nearly 1,000 students on campus right now in terms of the hostel facilities. The laboratories we have built this pre-engineered buildings because we can build them very fast. We have brought in a number of new innovations like polished concrete flooring, no tiles, you polish the concrete to mirror finish. We have solar rooftop. We're using 48 volt DC fittings in all our hostels. So considerable energy saving. Solar power is generated solar. So as DC, we use that directly. So all the, if you go to hostels and the classroom building, all the lighting, fans, everything work on 48 volt DC. And of course, initiatives like sustainable thing. So in recognition of what we have done, we have got a couple of awards for sustainability. The Griha Award, one of the most prestigious sustainability awards in the country. HUDCO has given us this award for sustainable construction. And in our first year of operation, we got the Swachh Campus Award. The government of India is now promoting the Swachh movement all over the country and even for campuses. And within the first year of operation, we were ranked number 6 in the country. About 2,500 institutions participated, and we were ranked 6. So these are some of the labs that we have already set up, fully operational for 2 years, more than 2 years now. This is only representative. We have many more labs that are operational. In the next stage that we are building, the contract that we awarded, about 600 crores, which is in full, in spite of the pandemic and in spite of a lot of economic activity coming to a stop all over the country, and a lot of construction sites have put on hold. We have gone ahead with the, not to stop the construction, we initiated it quickly. We right now have about 800 to 900 workers working on our construction site. So these are some of the buildings that are coming up. The building that you see in the foreground with the flag will be our administrative building. Then we're building a classroom complex, 2 department buildings, which will house about 100 faculty members and associate labs, and a central instrumentation facility. So this is the construction in progress. What you see here is the contract was awarded in June, in March, but because of the pandemic, work could start on the lockdowns. When the day the lockdown was lifted, the contractor started in June first week, the contractor started mobilizing, and you can already see the foundation works for the department buildings have been completed. So it's moving at a pretty fast pace. So these are some of the buildings we're building: 2 department buildings, a lecture hall complex, which has classrooms from 250 seaters to 120 seaters, 60 seaters, 30 seaters, whole bunch of them. Then the administrative building, all the buildings will have concrete, form finish concrete finishing. That's been the architectural feature that we're going to try to bring out. So all these buildings, some of these buildings, for example, the department block 1, we're trying to get it ready by December 2021 so that we can move in most of our faculty into the campus and most of the labs into the campus. The rest of the buildings we're hoping to finish by the summer of 2022. We are building a large central instrumentation facility, over 30,000 square feet, 3,000 square meters, which will have all the facility to set up all the high-end instrumentation. And we have the funding already lined up for all the procuring equipment for this. So as the building comes up, will be the high-end microscopes and SEMS and all these kinds of equipment. We are also building 168 apartments, 80 faculty apartments, and 88 for staff. 2 more hostels, which will add another 1,000 rooms, 500 to each hostel of 500 rooms, a central dining building. So all these are under progress. For example, the residential buildings, some of them foundation work is already done. They're starting the superstructure work. One of the hostels foundation is already done. There's a lot of activity on campus. The students are quite active. They have about 14, 15 clubs, including photography, dance, both the technical clubs and the cultural clubs. The students host an annual techno-cultural festival called Tirutsva, which has become an annual feature here, and a lot of initiatives on bringing in art. Even if you look at our logo that you see at the bottom left, it has brought in a lot of, it's a unique logo which has brought in a lot of art motifs from the Kalamkari art, which is very famous in this particular zone. Kalahasti, actually from our campus, we can see the Kalahasti Gopuram, though it's 10 kilometers away. So that town of Kalahasti is famous for Kalamkari art. So we brought in a lot of motifs from that in how we design our thing, and we're trying to bring in art elements into the campus also. We've been made very good progress on research and consultancy. Faculty members, full-time faculty members started after, the director has been appointed. Only then we can appoint full-time faculty members. So many of them have started coming in only in 2017. And so the major chunk of them came in 2018 and 19. So in spite of being here, many of them for less than 2 years, we already have 53 sanctioned sponsored research projects from various agencies, including DST, SERB, Naval Research Board, and so on. So many agencies. Also, we fund our internal faculty members, when they come, we have funding to the tune of about 20 crores. As soon as the faculty come, we give them about 2.5 lakhs to set up their computers, their printers, office equipment and other things. And then subsequently, they can write for a grant, the same initiation grant of 20 lakhs, which will help them get started in the research so that they can go for bigger sponsored research. But being a new institution, we'll also have reasonable funding available under the DPR to bring in a lot of the latest equipment. So a lot of the equipment that we have is all the latest, up-to-date, state-of-the-art. And also the faculty members are getting involved in a number of consultancy activities and so on. So about 25 crores of sponsored research and consultancy have been in the last 2 years. The faculty have, you have to understand that they're starting from scratch. It's not like an existing IIT where all systems are set up. You just come in and you can see. People are also building up the campus. In spite of it, we've made very good progress. And we've also started a number of international collaborations. We have MOUs with a few universities abroad. Some of the very active MOUs are with Texas A&M, University of Calgary, and so on. And recently, we've been awarded the Technology Innovation Hub. I'm sorry, it's not technology, it's Technology Innovation Hub under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems, CPS. So this national mission, which is about a 5,000 plus crores national mission, are setting up 25 technology innovation hubs across the country. And almost all the first generation IITs and almost second generation IITs have been able to get this, and institutions like IISC and so on have got this. And as a third generation IIT, we've been been able to put forward a case that we have the capability to take forward this level of taking forward this major initiatives. And for position and precision technologies, we've been identified as the technology innovation hub for the country. So this has been awarded to us about a month back, a little over a month back, and we are right now in finalizing the DPR, but the project has been awarded to us. We also, as I've already mentioned, set up the Center for Atomic, Molecular and Optical Sciences and Technologies jointly with IISER. This center is again creating a lot of buzz in the country. There's a major initiative in the country on quantum technologies. There's 8,500 crores or so, over 8,000 crores initiative the government of India is coming up with. And we are trying to see if we could be one of the major hubs under this initiative also. And then we have almost all the major CSR labs, about 8 or 9 CSR labs. We have MOUs, very active collaborations evolving with them. Now we are in the process of setting up with collaborations with agencies like DRDO, ISRO, and so on. Okay, some of our faculty members have also been recognized for their teaching and research contributions. Thank you very much. With the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the faculty, students and staff at IIT Tirupati have undertaken a number of initiatives to address the various technological, medical and social issues related to the pandemic. These interdisciplinary initiatives have been done in collaboration with institutes like IIT Tirupati, large manufacturers like Amar Raja Group, startups including FIPSOL from Chennai, Opposites from Trivandrum and various state governments. In this video, we present a few initiatives that have made an impact at the local and national level.
This is Dr. D.V. Kiran. This is Dr. Shihabuddin Amaliyekar. With the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have designed and developed a reusable N95 equivalent respirator at IIT Tirupati. The respirator comprises of a reusable body made of a flexible polymer, N95 filter integrated with a holder and a locking mechanism. The prototype of the respirator is fabricated using 3D printing technology. The N95 equivalent filter membrane is developed by electrospinning technique. IIT Tirupati, in collaborations with Amar Raja Batteries Limited and Fipsol Private Limited will be mass manufacturing the respirator.
I am Dr. Mamili Ravishankar, Associate Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering and in charge of this face shield fabrication. This face shield is made up of 500 microns thick PP sheet, and it has the polymer foam for the protection for the longer duration. Inertia and pressurized air jet tests are conducted on the face shield for better protection to the doctors in the COVID wards. Sanitization tests also conducted for reusing of the same without change in transparency. We have fabricated 1,000 face shields and served frontline COVID staff such as doctors from SWIMS, Ruya, Helios and Amara hospitals. We also provided to the local Airpedu police forces and CIISF personnel in Tirupati airport. We transferred this technology to Amaraja Industries and trained their personals.
The Risha Lab of Computer Science Department from IIT Tirupati has contributed to two initiatives during COVID-19. The Mood of India interactive portal is aimed at understanding the sentiment and emotions of people during COVID-19. We have analyzed more than 500,000 COVID-19 related tweets, used machine learning and natural language processing, and classified the tweets into 6 basic emotions. The portal has been used across India in states such as Rajasthan, Delhi, Punjab to understand the emotional state of people, and it could be useful for governments to take necessary actions. We have also developed an innovative game called Survive COVID-19 to raise awareness of masks, sanitizers, and social distancing during COVID-19. The game is primarily aimed at the younger generation and students and is available on web and Android platform. Both our initiatives have received quite a positive feedback from people and are well received by both the press and media.
Namaste, I am Kalidas, faculty in Computer Science Department. Our contribution is a software and a web portal for analysis of population mobility patterns in and around containment areas or red zones. The work is carried out based on the data from Facebook and red zone data from government, and the software provides end-to-end analysis and sends daily reports at various levels of granularity at the district level, state level, and the country level. We have been sending daily reports to Orissa and Andhra Pradesh and hearing positively from their offices. Faculty and students from computer science and civil engineering have been involved in this work.
We propose deep learning based approach for chest X-ray based detection of COVID-19. The evolved architecture has dense net building blocks and attention guided mechanism. The proposed architecture is being trained with chest X dataset and fine-tuned with COVID-19 chest X-ray samples. It achieves a recall of 100%, classifying all COVID samples as COVID, while the overall accuracy is 96.3%. It also has a provision of highlighting the regions of interest, resulting in this classification, and the two-dimensional embeddings of the features, associated features, result in separating the COVID samples from rest of the samples.
This project has been developed by the faculty and students of IIT Tirupati, shown here.
The purpose of this proposed gadget is to reduce coronavirus contamination in isolation wards so that the patient recovers fast, the medical staff is protected, and spreading to surroundings is minimized. The team consists of faculty of IIT Tirupati for developing the prototype air sterilizer. Testing and validation is taken up at IIT Tirupati. Commercialization will be handled by a startup company, Opustes, Thiruvananthapuram. The prototype and its parts are shown here. Its principle of working is based on air being heated and retained at certain moderately high temperature in order to deactivate the microbes along with the coronavirus present in air. Testing at IIT Tirupati has shown that the prototype gives out sterile air consistently devoid of microbes at 55 to 60 centigrade and above. A provisional Indian patent was filed and complete filing is under process. It is planned to test it for coronavirus deactivation before commercialization. This technology can be scaled up to medium and large scale air sterilization. It is aptly named as BLAST 1.0, standing for Blower Aided Air Sterilization by Temperature.